gentlemen, you can tell that I'm wound up. And it's because the Federal Reserve is running this operation. And they announced last week, we knew 2 weeks before, that they're spying on the American people and those that criticize them. They're making a list of them. Well, good. Put my John Hancock up at the top. These people want to shut down our farms and ranches, everything. They want total control. They've set up NAFTA and GATT to shut us down. They write white papers about a post-industrial America. This isn't some boss hog good old boy over us. These are wicked people. And they cannot stand us identifying them. They've got the Republicans and Democrats bought. They don't have you and I bought. They don't have Ron Paul bought. What they've done is so outrageous, and it's outrageous that they're trying to take over the demonstrations. Now, he's down there, and this is what I saw 2 weeks ago. I knew they were there, the George Soros move on people, and I knew they'd originally called for the date, knowing that people that were against the banks were coming out. But Jacobson's down there so far today interviewing folks, and they are not communists calling for all this. So that means that the mainstream media is only interviewing the people they want, putting out that one message as if communism is the way you beat the bankers, when they're actually the author of it. Let's go ahead and get his take on that. Rob Jacobson, tell us what's happening there in Manhattan.
Yeah, I'm over here in Liberty Square, and we interviewed a bunch of people, and it's true. Not many people mentioned the communist solution or anything like that. A lot of people gave me mostly quizzical answers. They're here for to be part of the occupation, spiritual movement. We did ask somebody here who's giving out food where the food is coming from, and she mentioned that it's coming from, besides donations, also groups that have come together to donate to them. So we're going to get to the bottom of that and find out the names of those groups specifically to see who exactly is donating food to the occupation. But most of the people here seem to just be here to experience a protest scenario, a community scenario. I asked one gentleman who traveled a far distance about what his opinion on what the Federal Reserve's relationship with this protest is. He wasn't sure. And that's basically the sentiment that I'm getting from most of the protesters out here so far.
All right, now, I know there's more protests coming up today. You're going to be popping in over the next few days with us. Break down some of the places you're going to be going today.
Well, we'll be following the protests as they take off. Everybody's still assembling right now. We're going to see where they're going to go. I happen to know on Wednesday, it's been reported that unions are organizing to come down here, so that should be pretty interesting. See what they have to say.
Well, we know they want to go thank Obama for shipping their jobs overseas, and they want to call for higher taxes to get rid of the middle class so nobody can afford to hire their janitorial services. I mean, that's basically the move. In fact, what do you think of the fact that they have announced, the White House has admitted, Move On has admitted, they, quote, are going to take over the movement? Well, they're the ones that called it, so I guess they let grassroots then show up, and then they come and claim that it's their movement.
I think it's just more or less par for the course. It seems to be the same game they always play. They wait for a grassroots movement to show up. They anticipate co-opting them, and then they do it. And I feel that that's what's going on here. There's a lot of legitimate people here who do want to see legitimate change, but they're not sure where to begin or where to look. And I feel that their intentions are going to be co-opted again. And I feel we're going to see a heavy presence of the co-opters on Wednesday.
Well, that's right. Right now, they're just selectively showing clips of the demonstrations that have taken place and showing different move-on groups leading demonstrations. The media is like, here's our wonderful little revolutionaries. Let's hear what they're calling for. You were the one that pointed out to me this morning that Al Gore had called for an Arab Spring a month ago. Boy, that's Mr. Anti-Establishment. And then also the film The 1% by Jamie Johnson with Bill Gates Sr. in it, calling for total socialism. And here's the Wall Street Journal and New York Times endorsing it. I mean, the bankers love, like insurance companies, writing up socialist health care as a way to make more of us buy their product. I mean, they really know how to do it, don't they?
Exactly. They write the laws, they write the rules, and then they write the loopholes and leave themselves out. And I believe that that was the message that was being given by Bill Gates Sr. in that movie. And I think it's the same thing reverberating over and over again in the headlines. What we see right now is, they blame, hey, let's tax the rich in general, but what they fail to say is that they're going to leave themselves out and really tax people who legitimately are entrepreneurs and real capitalists, people who climbed the ladder and successfully made products for themselves, names for themselves. Let's tax them and not tax the people who own these offshore banks, who write the rules.
That's right. These elite hereditary families who have been tax-free since 1906, sitting here lecturing us when they're a bunch of eugenicists. We're going to check in more with you later. I want to say bye to you during the break. Then coming up, we're going to look at the immigration issue. Then Max Kaiser's coming up. Ask yourselves, what are you doing in this time of great challenge? What are you doing to unlock minds?